What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mashanddrum Whiskey Room tonight for a very, very special, fun night of head-to-head. And if you guys saw the thumbnail, you know who it's against. Primetime Michael Cline is backstage right now. I'll be bringing him in a second, but I wanted to welcome everyone in tonight. This is going to be this is going to be a really fun night, guys. So welcome in tonight. A few things before we bring Mike on and then get this blind challenge started. Mashanddrum hit 10,000 subscribers last weekend, so I wanted to thank all of you out there for the support and for watching and everything. 10,000 subscribers is something I thought I would not get to, quickly. So I want to say thanks to everyone, the support, the Patreons, everybody out there that views my stuff, leaves comments, engages in the content as well. So I just want to say thanks. It's been awesome. Cannot wait for the next 10,000. Hopefully, we'll see where it goes. I also want to thank. I don't know if he's in the chat yet. I think I saw him. How do you whiskey? Dan. He was kind enough to send me a few samples that I want to say thank you for. He sent me a Smoke Wagon 12-year pick, King of Kentucky, barrel number 4. This one I'm dying to try is the Old Charter French Oak from Buffalo Trace, and a sample of the new Ardbeg Black committee release. So I want to say thank you to you, man. I really appreciate that. And thanks again to all of you. Just saw a super chat come in from Brian Brennicky for $10 for 10K. Thank you so much, man. That's really cool of you. Brian and his wife Tam have been longtime supporters. I got to meet them in Texas when we went. Awesome. So about to bring on my buddy, my nemesis tonight. Here he is, guys.
What's happening, everybody?
Prime time, Michael Cline.
I decided to support the Captain America tonight because I'm the people's champ, right? So I'm gonna go Captain America.
Is Captain America known as the people's champ?
He is tonight.
I should have wore my The Rock t-shirt.
You should have. Why didn't you?
Because it's all torn up. But I keep it anyway because I love it.
Yeah, that's the WWE's people's champ, isn't it?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing tonight, guys. So for those of you who don't know how this works, I sent Mike 5 blind samples. He sent me 5 blind samples. Basically, what we're going to do is going to go head to head. So we're both going to try the first sample. And the idea here is to pick out the proof, the age, and what's the last one, Mike? The proof, the age, and the what?
Price.
Oh, and the price. So proof, age, and what we think the price would be. We're going to so when we judge it, we're going to try to figure out who's closest. So whoever's the closest within each sample that we try, based on our guesses, will basically get a point for each category within one sample, and the total score at the end of the night wins. So
right.
That's
and Jason's already trying to get in my head, just so you guys all know. He sent me 2 of these, right? And then he sent me 3 of these. I got 2 2-ounce samples and 3 1-ounce samples. So is he trying to tell me that the 1-ounce samples are really expensive whiskey, or does he just want me to believe it's expensive whiskey? I try to give an even playing field. I sent him 5 2-ounce samples, trying to keep it even. Not this guy. Trying to get an edge. Trying to get in my head. I'm not letting it happen. Forget about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those little ones fell off the fucking truck. That's all I had.
Typical New Yorker. It fell off the truck, man. I don't know.
It came off the truck, and now this is what we're doing now. So, so all right, buddy. You ready to pour these?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, here we go, guys. You ready for this? I made a special little some graphics for it. Let's get it on. Boom. There it is. All right, let's pour these, man. Back to the comments here. Let me say hi to some people in the chat here while we're waiting. I want to say hi to, I had a lot of pre-gamers in here. David Hatton, AJ Lopez, the junkies are here, of course. I'm sure Dan has a very vested interest in what happens tonight. Hey, Cap and Make It Happen is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Scary Peeper, the Linux Cat, Bourbon Sane. He says, I'm pumped. Great stream before, buddy. AJ Lopez, Will Henderson, ADHD Whiskey. He says, congrats, Jason. I appreciate that, man. Bernie D, your agent. He's in the house. Scott Perez.
Your agent.
The Linux Cat. Ben Demon Hunter's here. Will Henderson. Steve A. Appreciate that, man. There's Tammy. How you doing, sweetie? OG Brick is here. Mark JG. The Bourbon Buddies. Shut off my damn phone. Mike Meyer, Jason Coates, my doppelganger, Trev Wilson, the wrench. How you doing, man? Let's see who else is here. David Hatton, Roscoe P. Coltrane. Always love seeing you, man. Who else?
Jeff McElrath. He said this looks groobalicious.
DC. Dustin Sylvester's here. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Top Shelf. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Tab A Keys here. What is up? Nice to see you, buddy. Nick Foles. Scary Peeper. Whiskey Ride, the Bourbon Guy. Donald Rance. My Irish Whiskey Yoda. Andrew Buchanan. Redneck Gentis here. What's up? Hey, Scotty from My Bourbon Journey. Slade Gullidge. What is up, buddy? Richie Z. And How Do You Whiskey? Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for the samples. Emily Chambers, Doug Tempest. Thanks for coming in, everyone. And I will catch up to you when I can. All right, I got to pour these. Let them brief a little bit. Let them brief.
Let them brief. Got to get a little air in there.
I got a pain in my chest and I can't breathe.
It's a sharp pain in my chest. I can't breathe.
Do you know what that's from?
I don't.
That was it's an old George Lopez stand-up routine.
Oh, you know what? I think I have. Yeah. I was kind of going with the Tommy Boy Bear Claw Lodge straight.
Why haven't I watched that movie during the fucking the quarantine yet? I gotta watch some Tommy Boy.
You always gotta circle back. Ooh.
Damn, man, the D is dark.
Yeah, I heard you like the dark D.
I do like the dark D. I like that dark meat.
If I'm gonna throw you a D, I might as well be a dark one.
I appreciate that, man. At least I know I'll get enough meat out of it.
That's right.
Ugh. All right, let me just even this up here. All right, perfect. Look at Cline diving in already. Shit.
Well, it's sitting here. You took a long time to pour. You're very methodical.
I am methodical. I know you just dive in like a savage. That's fine though.
Yeah, you're the quintessential methodical person.
Now he's using my own words against me. What the fuck? I see how it is.
I got to try to get into your head now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dude, that's got funk.
Yeah, how do you feel about that one?
Oh.
I'm just giving these a gander.
That is weird. All right.
Woo.
Ooh.
Yeah. The D's got some D in it, I think.
The D's throwing you some D.
Yeah, so we got 5 samples each, guys, and don't worry, I did not put any Jephthah in there.
Well, so far I haven't smelled anything that remotely smells like Jephthah. Ooh.
Man.
All right, you got some interesting, real interesting stuff here.
Yeah, so I sent you a mix of stuff. So,
wow. Well, you didn't make this easy.
Oh, the B, the B is rubbing some funk on there. Yeah, so actually Scott Perez, that was one of the rules. I couldn't throw him any scotch in there because he's not a scotch guy. That would just been really unfair.
Yeah, I actually, that was the one thing I kind of threw out there. I'm like, dude, just You can send pretty much anything: rye, whiskeys, bourbon. Don't send me a Scotch, because I'll smell it, I'll know it's a Scotch, and I'll be like, all right, I can't tell you anything about it except for I don't like it. Holy shit, this is familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's dank.
So A for me on this one. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a finish on this.
That is like,
no, maybe not.
It's like peanuts, but
Jesus Lord, you trying to blow my palate up right away?
might be. Figure go in strong, go big or go home right out of the gate.
Okay, no, I don't think it's finished anymore. Wow.
This has a weirdness, like it doesn't quite taste like a dusty, but you know how when you drink a dusty you get that weird, you just can't place it.
Yeah.
You say dusty weird.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes even some of the newer stuff, when you're talking about younger whiskeys from different regions, even across the country, can come off as a dusty a little bit, because some of that stuff does have a little bit of a funk to it.
Yeah, just a weird funk.
Yep.
But it's got that peanut, a little slight peanut to it, and then it's thin and then it's gone. So it can't be high proof, but it's got a funk. Holy smokes.
This one's definitely got some proof to it, I would guess. The finish on this is just fucking lingering on and on. Or is it just the spice? So that's also the issue when you're looking at blind whiskeys, is when you do. I mean, does it come down to proof, or does it come down to spiciness? Is it more of a high rye, or is it proof? Because the more sips I take, I'm not sure if it's proof as it's much like a spiciness.
Yeah, the spice sometimes, that's probably, for me, that's one of the hardest things to differentiate. Is it spice or is it proof? I'm gonna run over to B, because A's got me baffled, and I'll come back to it.
Yeah, A to me's got a little bit of a funk on it too. I'm not sure if it's an oaky type presence to it. Getting a lot of maple syrup on there. A lot of oak tannins on A.
All right, you sir are an asshole. You just went from a weird, dusty, funky thing to like wine or pepper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I just got a super chat from Ryan Parker. I want to say thank you, man. He says congrats on the 10K. I really appreciate that, Ryan. You're the man. Thank you for always hanging out and being in the chat. I really appreciate it.
10K is impressive, brother. I mean, that's 10,000 people are watching what you do on a regular basis. I mean, that's just kick ass to think about.
Well, I don't know if they're watching on a regular basis. You have like your core. I always break it down like you have your core viewers, and then you have the ones that might have just subscribed because you put out like a clickbaity video. But I feel like I like the fact that it's like I haven't had a video that's like gone viral, because I know the people that watch are the ones that actually really do watch. So that's always good to know.
Still impressive. You can dumb it down all you want. Still pretty damn impressive.
I appreciate it, man. All right, so this B has some fucking funk on it. I'm getting, I think whatever funk you were finding in A, I think it just jumped in my B glass.
Oh, wow. This one's wow.
Wow, that's
like, my B's like High West, a High West product on steroids.
That's very familiar. The B glass. That's got some nuttiness to it. A little bit of a thunk. Low proof. I'd be surprised if that's over 90.
So you just described my A.
Wow. All right, Patrick Fulmer just came in with a super chat, $5 super chat, 10K, well deserved, man. Thank you so much, Patrick. One of my my beloved Patreons. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
This has like
Thanks,
like a wine or chocolate. It feels like I said, it feels like a finished product, like a High West product, but it's got some serious kick. It's got that proof kick, right? Punch you right in the throat, just past your tongue.
Yeah, so I think we just went in reverse because an A, not that I was getting a wine finish on that one, but A had a good proof to it, a good spice. B is coming in way like a I don't know if it's dusty, but I don't know. It's definitely got a weird funk to it. I don't know if it's just a younger whiskey or if it actually is an older bourbon. But yeah, I don't think that has a lot of that's not I'm not seeing that as something that's high proof at all.
Dude, this
got a lot of butterscotch too. It's like butterscotch and peanut, which makes me think dusty.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this one has this is complex as shit. It's got
I gotta look back and see what B is. B is that's B. Okay.
It's got like a wine, but then it's got like a pepper.
Mm-hmm.
You get that pepper.
Yep.
And then it's like an oaky vanilla.
I mean, just throw out the fact that you're trying to figure out what it is. What do you think of that one? I'm just curious. Is that good? What?
It's fantastic.
Isn't that fucking good?
Oh, this is fucking. Yeah. It is phenomenal. It is. I'm not trying to figure out what it is as much as I'm trying to figure out what's in it because I've never had anything like this.
Yeah. It's one of the most unique things I've had.
I have never had anything like this. I mean, it's got to be expensive as shit.
Rebecca Page, is there a word to describe this? Having a sample of something that wasn't labeled, you've forgotten what it was, and it turns out to be one of the tastiest things you've ever had. That's called a happy. That's just a happy surprise.
Happy accident.
Happy accident.
Wow. Whatever B is, I'm coming back to it. I have a feeling I'm going to be thanking you for that one. Ooh, this smells great too.
I got to see what I sent you for C or 3. Oh,
it's like caramel, dark chocolate, leathery.
All right, so this smells. So C to me smells a little bit like a rye, or either that or it's a high rye, and it definitely smells younger. I'm getting a black licorice note on here.
You're on C now?
Yep. I'm getting a black licorice note, which definitely makes me think rye and youth.
Whew.
Whew.
That's a higher proof too. Whew. Oh, wow. That finish is really nice, too. Holy smokes. Dude, you sent me... B and C are hitters. I can tell you that.
B and C are hitters. So is... I'm actually really... actually, all of them. All of them are hitters, so you have a nice flight, man.
Dude, it's like a nice oaky finish. Is this... like oak that turns to like leather.
Yeah, there's definitely some oak on that one. So that's a good call by you. Hey, what's up, Drama? The Draminator is here.
Wow.
All right, so C for me.
Boy, that's good.
That's not a super high proof. That one's weird because it's rye on the nose, but I'm not getting it on the palate. So this one's fucking with me a little bit. It doesn't taste like a rye, but on the nose, I'm getting all that black licorice to rye notes. But I would say this is a little bit younger too. Just on the flavor profile. I'm not getting a ton of oak spice here. I'm getting more of the sweet flavors up front. Not a long finish on this one. It's kind of thin on the mouthfeel. Not crazy thin though. Getting a little bit of that rye spice there. I'm not going to pull a Dan and say it's Four Roses.
Are you getting any mint?
Yeah. I love when Dan does this shit. I love when Dan just does this. He goes, mint, fucking Four Roses. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's all he says. I love it.
All right, listen, Chief. Here's the thing.
Yeah. All right, Chief. Here's the thing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That one's interesting. I don't know what to think about C. It's like it's got all this rye spice on the nose and the licorice and the licorice is a note I can't stand. So I was waiting for it on the palate and I didn't get it. I got sweet. I got vanillas and caramels. I got a little bit of spice on the back end, but not nearly as much as I thought I was going to get from the nose based off the nose.
Right.
Is that somewhat accurate?
That's pretty accurate. Yep. And the funny thing is like what these B, C, and now D that I know I haven't tasted D. B and C, the nose and the palate are completely different.
Yep.
And I have a feeling by smelling this one, it's going to be the same way. I think you sent me some ridiculous, weird shit.
Oh, ADHD Whiskey, man. I want to congratulate him. That his new logo is fucking sick.
Oh, awesome, isn't it? About time we finally went to an ADHD Whiskey logo.
Yeah, exactly. Enough with the fishing.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I agree with Daniel Brown. He said threw some blueberries in there. So I don't remember. Are there blueberries in the logo? If there aren't, there should be.
Yeah, there aren't. It's a very clean, kind of almost like a can't believe I'm fumbling over my words. Neon, like a neon sign type light, like thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
Hey, what's up, Eric Evanson? Thanks for joining in, man. All right, I'm going to the Dark D. I can't wait to get into this one.
Yeah, you've been eyeing the D since
I've
I met you.
eyeing the D. Oh, dude. Dude, the nose on D is ridiculous. Do all D's smell this good?
Ask Dan. Wow, this is like so vanilla forward. It's got a little citrus, some oakiness.
This has some age to it. Now, I don't know about the proof yet. I can't really smell anything because it's so candy on the nose, but you could tell there's some really good age, some really good barrel influence, really good. I mean, the intensity of sweet on the nose on this one is incredible. This one I could tell has been in the barrel a little bit longer. Plus the color, it's definitely easily the darkest one in here. Go for
shit.
Yeah, let me go for a sip of this one.
This is a vanilla bomb, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just a straight vanilla bomb that completely turns to oak.
Oh, Jesus, dude, that's so fucking good. Whatever D is, wow. That is like the best creme brulee you've ever had. Like dark, rich, like crusted caramel on top, a little bit of fruit there. I mean, it's so sweet. It's like powdered sugar. But then on the finish, you get like this a little, almost a bit of a leathery oak, but not too. It doesn't get. I don't feel like it's that super old, but there's a little bit of an age that shows through there on the very finish. It's so good. That is one of the better balanced bourbons I've had in a while. That's definitely a that's a hunter right there. She can hunt the D.
Oh yeah. Of what I sent you, I would say that D is my favorite one.
Yeah. Antroke 35 for Jason taking the D like a champ. Thanks, man. Yeah.
I knew he would.
Yeah. Andrew Buchanan says D is ER17. It's not, because I've had ER17 before, and it's not. ER17 is way more has way more of an oak presence on it, whereas this, it's slightly there, but I'm not getting it.
I had to be able to say that even if I lost this battle, Jason loves my D.
Wow, that's smart.
I set it up.
Smart, man. You did set it up. Jason loves my D.
Wow, this is delicious too.
Which one are you trying right now?
This is D. It's a of all these, this is a vanilla bomb.
Yeah. Yep.
Vanilla, oaky. It's got like a rich, I mean, almost like a vanilla icing richness to it. It just holds on. It's a long finish. That's really nice.
This one, D is tripping me up because I feel like it's a high proof, but it's not drinking that way. Like, I get the proof on the nose, but it's not that. I think the proof on that one's going to screw with me.
Right.
Man, this is fascinating going from glass to glass. I hope you guys out there enjoy watching us struggle through these.
Yeah, these are a struggle. I honestly, I feel like this is D is less proofy than B or C, but it finishes hotter. Like B just punches you, man. It's like bam, holy shit, proof. You know, but then C or D, I mean, there's so much vanilla that you don't realize there's proof there until it's just sitting there. And right now it's still holding on.
That's actually really accurate on you, because that's pretty much, because I actually did your flight before I sent it, and yeah, that's pretty accurate. And you'll see when you find out what those specific three are, you're gonna see why they kind of line up that way. So I had them in a different order before I sent them to you, and then when I switched them to the order that I sent it to you, I realized that one was a little bit more interesting to do it in the way that you're doing it now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, if it would have paled after, having B hit me first.
Yeah.
Now D opened everything up a little bit.
Rebecca Page, this is going to sound wrong, but I want to get a hold of Jason sees D. Yeah, you do. You're gonna want to.
Why does that sound weird?
I don't know. All right, I'm on to E now.
Yeah, Jeff, it's absolutely mysterious, like the tango.
Ooh, E's got a little bit of a funk to it. Hey, AJ Lopez just came in. He said 10 for the 10K, Jason C. This fucking guy deserves it. Also, psyched you got your iCore. Can't wait to sip along on a vid stream and in the future. Cheers, Jason C, to your continued successes. Thank you so much, AJ. I really appreciate that, man. You're the best, man. He's always in the chat hanging out. Thanks again, AJ.
This fucking guy right here.
This fucking guy is always in the fucking chat. Man, this one's really interesting too. This one has a little bit of a funk to it as well, but it's more in the form of a. This is going to sound weird, almost like a stale maple syrup. It's weird.
No, that's not weird, because that's exactly what this is. This. I was just going to say that this is like pancake syrup.
Is that what What are you on E as well?
On E, yeah.
Okay.
So not like fresh maple syrup from a tree, but like that fake Aunt Jemima sugary pancakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting on here, like fake Aunt Jemima with black pepper in it.
Yeah. What the hell?
Hey, Jeremy's here, Sipper Social Club. He said, just in time for jabroni talk. That's right.
Almonds and vanilla wafers and pancake syrup.
Joseph Eshpa, oh, I love this type of blind challenge set up with different samples, strategies involved with what is sent, and both can be honest with tastings. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Yeah, this is maple and definitely a lot of vanilla. Yeah, it's like powdered sugar I'm getting on here. I'm going for a sip of this baby.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
It's like I get toffee and like figs.
Mm-hmm. Steve A, did you two bozos send each other the same blind sample for E?
Would that be something?
That'd be pretty funny.
Dude, you said, you know what this reminds me of? I swear to God. And I know you said you don't have any, but you may be lying because you may have sent me a sample of something. This reminds me of like Pappy 20. It's like definitely a weeder.
Yeah, you think?
No, but
definitely a weeder. Yeah, you think? No. Oh my God.
That's what I'm getting though on the finish is like yeah, like old, but what I remember, it's not extremely fantastic. That's why it reminds me somewhat of Pappy 20. I was disappointed in it. And from the nose, from what I had with this, from the nose to the way I'm tasting it, I feel the same way. I'm somewhat disappointed in it.
That's dead on accurate to what I felt about that one. I don't have any of that left. You actually got my last bit of it. But the first time I cracked that bottle open and I tried it, from what the price I paid for it, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was curious what you thought for like the nose to the palate. It's a damn good bourbon, but I don't know. I just expected more out of it.
Well, it sets you up for that. Like when you're smelling it, you're like, oh, this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the nose on it is amazing. It's like a combination of like that pancake syrup and like the vanilla wafer cookies and almonds and a little bit of oakiness. Like you can catch the sweet end of the oaky, like when vanilla fades to oak. And I'm so excited to try that. And then it tastes like figs and
yeah. So on E, I'm getting a lot of that butterscotch, and like I said, that maple syrup on the nose. Really not translating to the palate, but the finish on this one is really interesting. It's lingering and lingering and lingering, which I love. So that's an interesting dram for me. I thought I wasn't getting as much in the palate as I was getting the nose, but the finish on E is kind of the star of the show.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Shit, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, this one kind of has me baffled.
Yes, guys, if you can, please hit the like button. Definitely helps out the videos. I appreciate it. While everyone's watching, I also want to do a quick announcement. Tomorrow night, I'm doing a special Thursday night live stream. I'm going to be having Alex. Shit, I have to freaking get this guy's special Thursday night. I got to get this guy's name because I'm gonna, mess it up. Chepanik. There it is. All right, Alex Chepanik from Nevada H&C Distilling Company, the proud creators of Smoke Wagon Bourbon. It's going to be on the channel live tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing it a little bit earlier at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be doing an hour, do an interview, learn more about how he blends and what's coming up next for Smoke Wagon. it's going to be a good time. He's a really entertaining dude, so definitely tune in for that. So just wanted to let you guys know that's happening tomorrow night. So doing back-to-backs.
205 watching right now.
Sweet.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So I don't know where to start here. If you had to pick so far out of the 5, before we go through and we pick age and price and also proof, what was your favorite? I know there's a few good ones in there, but if you had to rank these, what would be? I don't know. Let's just say, what's your top 2?
I'm ranking them right now, but my top 2, my number 1 would be B, and my number 2 would be C.
Number 2 would be C?
Yep.
I'm definitely going the D is my number 1. The dark D. If I had to pick number 2, I think I liked A a lot. But there was something about B too that actually that was very familiar that I really liked. It was a really nice butterscotch note on that one, which I really liked. But the finish on E, I should say, has me curious to go back to that one. So I would probably go D, and then for like a close second, like A and E would be kind of a neck and neck on my second place there.
Yeah, for me, B is the standout, but then C and D are very.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yep. It's the difference, probably the vanilla up front of this one with the finish of this one would be perfect.
Scott Perez, he says 499 cheers to the D. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming in and doing that. Especially you, Scott. Appreciate it. Josh Rashplan, the Master Drum Nice, the live stream version of Off the Still. Yeah, exactly, Josh. So hoping to get some really good insight to what's coming up for. Smoke Wagon has been exploding with their popularity, and I think a lot of it not only due to the fact that they're blending really good MGP juice, but they're also doing a lot of fun stuff on social media. You know, they're doing everything right, and they're also very transparent about what they're doing. Everybody knows, you know, by law you can't distill in Nevada. I think you can make vodka, but you can't do anything from a grain standard. I want to get some more information about him with that. If there's any progress in them being able to distill their own juice at some point, is that something they even want to do? So we'll get down to the nitty gritty with that.
Going back to A is like a butterscotch candy on the nose.
That's what I'm getting on my A.
Mm-hmm. Well, these all have proof. Well, no, these 3 have proof. I don't know that this one has all that much proof, but neither do I think you sandwiched. I think you sandwiched A and D with lower proof with the proof in the middle. That's my feeling of what the tomfoolery you were about there.
A has gotten, after coming off this, A is super fruity to me now. I wouldn't say it's a weeder fruity though, because it's got some heft to it. It's got a lot of spice to it. 4 Roses. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, A is funk. This is straight funk.
Yeah, that's funk.
That is straight funk.
All right, so let's start at least. You know, let's start kind of calling out our categories here. So are you want to keep track of yours? I'll keep track of mine here.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. Howdy whiskey, no dickle in any of those glasses, and I didn't smell or taste any dickle.
No dickle.
No dickle for the pickle. All right, so for A. Man, what the fuck is that? It smells so familiar, and it's killing me that I can't like place exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my A. It's like it's that I think that was the first thing I said is it's got a familiar smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it has to be.
I think this is a little bit. I want to say this is a little bit of a younger bourbon. So on A, I'm gonna guess about. I'm gonna say 6 years old.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say the proof on that. I might put it. I'll say 100 proof. And for price, I could see that being about a $60 bourbon.
Okay. Now, I've got on my A, I think it's it's in that 6 to 8 year range, so I guess I'll say 7.
Let's say 7. Okay.
Yeah. But probably it's got to be like 80 proofish. It doesn't have a lot of proof, so
80.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll go with 80. There's not much to it at all, and I think it's probably around. If it is in fact a dusty, it's probably like $40.
So that's the thing. If there are dusties in here, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think a couple of these could be dusties. So how are we factoring price to the dusties? Because are we trying to go back to the price it originally was, or what it is now?
Yeah, I think we kind of go back to somewhat to what the price was, where it was at when it came out. You know, like what it would sell for.
Okay.
Like if it was an MSRP, as close as we can figure to an MSRP. So if there is a dusting there, I guess there's going to be some ambiguity in there, but we got to kind of. I mean, you can't say that it's a $250 secondary. I mean, how are we going to figure that out?
Yeah. How are we going to figure that out? So, all right. So for B.
Oh, God, this is
B is that's a dusty. I'm saying it. I'm calling it. That is a dusty bourbon. I'm going to say it's very familiar to me because I've had the most dusties I've had are an Old Granddad, a couple of the Jim Beam dusties, and then you have and then I've had a couple of and a lot of turkey dusties I've had. That's not coming off as turkey, so I'll even go on a limb and say that tastes beamish to me. So I'm going to say 86 proof on that one. I would guess for that would probably, if that's a dusty, generally around that time they were about 8 years old. So I'm going to say 8 years old. And price, I don't know, what were they around that time? I'll say like $40, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's my guess for B.
So my B is a struggle. This thing is, I think this is a hitter. I'm gonna say that it's all of 10 years old.
10, okay.
How do you? I think it's finished. How are finished products? How does the age factor in with a finished product? Do they take the product and then whatever they finish it in, do they add that to the age of it?
No, not normally. They just use the finishing. They'll say finished, in this long. It depends on the distillery that's doing it. So you have some distilleries that will total it up together, and then you'll have ones that will source whiskey and then finish it in something for a couple months. But I don't think they add it on. They just take whatever the whiskey that was sourced is. So,
okay. All right. I mean, honestly, that's what it's like. It's like the greatest High West product I've ever had in my life. So I'm gonna say 10 years.
What do you think the proof on that is?
It's high, man. It's got to be over 120. Say 120.
120. Okay.
And I don't think it's cheap, dude. I don't know. I mean, I think of an expensive bottle, $200.
Okay.
This is damn good.
It's good, isn't it?
It's probably $60 bourbon, but it's damn good.
All right, let me go into. I don't remember what C was because I've been so busy with the D.
You just get wrapped up in the D, don't you?
Oh, C is the weird one. C is the one that smells like a rye but doesn't taste like one.
Yep.
This one's definitely younger. I think the proof is lower, especially coming off when I write down. Yeah, it's definitely lower than A. Also, I think it's younger. I'm gonna say that's like 90. Say 95, maybe 90. I'm gonna say 90 proof for that one. I'm not feeling a big proof punch on that one at all. If I had to guess age, I don't know. I would say that's in between 4 and 6, so I'm going to say 5.
Okay.
And then as far as price, I don't know. I'll play it safe. I'll say like $60 on that one.
Oh man,
it's interesting enough that it's I can see that being about 50 to 60, but I'm going to go on the high side of that one.
Okay.
Just because I think that's some kind of like, I don't know. I think that's some kind of is that one of your own like fucking blends that you sent me?
That was one of the things we couldn't do too. So,
yeah, we couldn't do a blend. So
yeah, we couldn't do a blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the unicorn tears blended together.
So actually, I did want to ask you what year range, because Rebecca Page asked what years going back do you consider it to be a dusty? Because there's fucking more. I'm gonna get a little Italian right now. There's some fucking morons out there that are calling like dusty bottles that come in and that they're about stuff that's like in the early 2000s. They're calling dusties, which I don't think is a dusty. I think anything 1990 and before, you're a dusty.
I'm saying 70s and 80s generally.
70s. Oh yeah, 70s, 80s. Yeah, I mean, but anything in the 80s and before that to me is a dusty. I don't think you could call anything in the 90s quite a dusty yet.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm sure it's probably borderline, but yeah, I look at 80s and 70s and 80s as dusties for me.
Yeah, some of the early 80s stuff, especially from Wild Turkey, are just like epic.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
I want to call out something from Bourbon saying here. Great blind head-to-head. Major congrats on 10K. Thank you so much, Bourbon saying. I appreciate that, man. Love what you're doing, man. Doing a great job. Love Chris. Then Christopher David comes in. 10 for 10K. Keep the great content coming. Thank you so much, Christopher. Always great to see you, man. Trev Wilson says, but at what point do bottles from the 90s become dusty? Maybe when we hit like 2030, then we'll become a dusty.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably say now, that we're into 2020.
Yeah, it's probably getting there. Yeah.
It's probably getting there. Early 90s stuff, I would say.
Daniel Autry comes in with a file spirit, says, congrats on 10K, pal. Really appreciate that, man. Cheers to you, Daniel. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. All right, so I got C. All right, so you're on C now.
Yeah.
Dusty Dan says, congrats on 10K, the Flying Cannoli. That's right. That's my wrestling name, by the way, the Flying Cannoli.
The Flying Cannoli.
Yeah. All right, so what do you got for? I'm curious what you think of C for yours.
I honestly feel like the proof is very similar on these two.
Okay.
I'm B and C. So what did I say on B?
You said 120.
I'll stick with that for C.
120?
Yeah, they're both high. Yeah, they've got just that. They just hold. They're definitely a higher.
Okay.
Age. I honestly, this has got more oak to it, more leatheriness
Mhm.
than but they could be being masked by the wine from this one. But I'm gonna say this one's older, so probably like a 12.
12
But I
year?
said the other one was 10, right?
You said, yeah, the other one was 10, so you're saying this is a 12-year.
Yeah,
And what do you think the price is on that one?
probably like mid, like this is where it's tough. So
Yeah,
maybe 130 bucks.
130. Yeah, I mean, price is tough because
It's definitely over a $99 bottle. It's not a $200 bottle. So I'm trying to think of where things get priced.
yeah.
That 120, 130 range seems to be a sweet spot for some of the higher proof stuff.
Wise guy, whiskey guy, been watching for a while. You will get to 20K quick. Thank you, man. I hope so. But thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate that, man.
Ooh, man.
Mark Reyes is asking, how is the 1792 foolproof? It's a great bourbon. I think the picks tend to be a little bit better than the regular offering. The foolproof can drink a little bit hot every now and then, but that's what you're doing when you get that Barton, that high rye. So, but it is and actually I think it's one of the higher value bottles on the market. 50, what is about 40, 50, 60 bucks for the foolproof now.
Yeah.
Did they
I think when you're talking about that 1792 foolproof, you got to know the place that's doing the store pick.
Exactly.
The first two I tried were store picks, and I thought it was trash. And then I tried a regular, just the regular release, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It's not great. And then I tried another store pick that was phenomenal. So definitely got to know who's doing the pick.
You got to know who's picking it because you could kind of get by with it like a Wild Turkey or a Knob Creek. Those can usually, even the bad ones are not necessarily bad. They're just they're just solid picks. Where the 1792 foolproofs can get a little bit more funky. Hey, thanks Ed. Thanks for tuning in. He says congrats on 10K. Appreciate that, man. All right, so now I got to go. Oh, the D.
The D.
Yeah. My favorite.
You're on to the D.
I'm on to the D. All right, this shit this has some age on it. Oof. Definitely a higher proof. I'm going to say I'm going to go 12 years on that one. It's a good round number. I'm going to say 12 years on that one. I'm going to say it's definitely a high proof. I would probably go, I'll say 120 for that. And price, you figure what the market's at, I'll say 150 bucks. So kind of the same stats that you just called out for yours. I'll say that's what's in there. The only thing that was throwing me was it's not drinking like a high proof, but I'm still gonna say it's a high proof. I wasn't sure. I was thinking that that could be like a 105, 108 or even like one of those 107 ones, but because it's not drinking like that. But I just took a sip now and I definitely felt some heat, so I'm gonna go for a 120. Which actually is good.
What's bringing you to the proof then? If you don't feel like it's that, why are you coming back to it and saying it's a higher proof?
Because I just took another sip, and that's what I was going to say. I think when you take a rest after trying all these at once, you give your palate a rest. You have a little bit of water. Let your palate rest a little bit. Then you go back to it after a little bit of a rest. Then you start feeling it when you're not comparing it, one right after the other. And for that, I got way more of a proof punch than I did earlier. It's still, I don't think is drinking like a 120, but I think it's up there. So that's kind of like a good go-to number. I think is like 120-ish.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, so now you're on D. So this was the vanilla bomb you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep drinking some D because I love it.
Oh, it's still amazing vanilla bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Scary Peeper, Mashing Cline 2020. You got it.
Yeah, when this shit is over, man, taking a trip up there, we're gonna do something together. We're gonna collaborate on something. So
it's definitely got some age to it as well. These three are so similar. I feel like I'm saying the same things you know, for what they are. But it's I guess I'm just gonna I'll say 10 years because for lack of a better guess.
Let's say 10 years on that one. Okay.
It doesn't have as much oakiness as C.
Okay.
So I'm shaving a little bit off it from that.
All right. Yeah, so that's why you're going to 10 on that one?
Yeah. Dial it back with it. Doesn't have as much oakiness on the finish.
Okay.
Steve Groob with a $20 super chat. That's my boy from Florida.
Who's that?
Steven Groob.
Steven Groob. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I'll share that with the Cline.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for coming in and watching.
So what did I say the last? It's not as much of a. What did I say the last one? 120.
You said 120, yeah.
I think I said it on both of them, didn't I?
B and C, you both said 120, yeah.
Well, I'm really going out on a limb here. All right, I'll say 110.
110, okay.
And just over $100. So we'll go 110. 110, 10, 10.
Look at you with the tens, the tenors.
Yeah, why not?
I gotta go back to the I gotta go to the last one here. All right.
This smells so good.
Which one is that one?
E.
E.
It's the disappointing one.
I'm really curious at your guesses of that one. What that one's going to be. And we got Greer Crabtree came in. This format is outstanding. Keeps me watching. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Greer. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. All right. So D for me was a little bit. So this was the one that was like maple syrup, a little bit of a pepper, like stale maple syrup, like Aunt Jemima, as we said.
Yep.
But it's got a long, lingering, peppery finish, which makes me think it could be a high rye bourbon. I don't think it's proof. I think it's because it's not burning throughout the palate. It's just kind of lingering on the finish, or I would say it's kind of a high rye, possibly. Either that or it just drinks a little hotter than it is. But I'm going to say for that one, I'm going to give that a good 8-year-old age statement on that one. So I'm going to say 8 years. That one feels about, I don't think it's overly oaky at all. I think it's a good, I would guess that's between 6 and 8, but I think the oak tannins on that one is making me gear towards an 8-year rather than the low end.
Okay.
Proof on this one is hard because it's got that spice to it. I don't think it's that high of a proof. I'm going to say, I don't think I want to go as high as 100. I think it's somewhere between like 90 and 95. I just don't know where to. I'll say 95. I know that's an odd proof, but I'm going in the middle because I don't know where to go.
Dude, I get it. I mean, we're throwing darts blind right now.
Yeah, we're totally throwing darts at the dartboard. I'm gonna say that's all right, 95 proof, and yeah, for a bottle of that for 8-year, I'll say I don't know, man. I'll say $40 for that. I don't think that's super expensive. It's a good solid bourbon, but it's got a little bit of a dusty funk to it. But it's got that long lingering spice that I really like. It's got a really nice peppery note to it. So
you're gonna. I could be either. I could have the worst guess in the history of guesses on E.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think? What do you think the age on that one is?
That's where I'm struggling. I cannot get off Pappy 20. I can't.
Do you get a lot of? Are you getting a ton of vanilla extract? Because Pappy 20 to me is all vanilla extract, at least most of it.
Yeah. When you say extract, like the baking.
Yeah, like that little bottle of shit that, like, if you drop it,
vanilla.
Yeah, if like you drop that shit in a room, it's like a stink bomb. It's like vanilla everywhere.
Yeah, it smells so good on the nose, and it's so oaky and shitty on the palate.
That's actually a really good way to describe it.
It just, God, I can't.
It smells great, but it's oaky and shitty.
Yeah, and every fiber of my being is telling me to say it's 20 years old. And I'm sure it's like 4.
You really think it's that young? Okay.
No, it's definitely not young, but I just can't. God, I can't get off it. I mean, it honestly, it has so much of a wheat, like an old shitty wheat.
Rock got drunk on vanilla extract once.
Yeah. Like at one point it wanted to be really good, and then it just passed its prime, and it's still trying to hold on.
Shitty. Oh, we got Scott from My Bourbon Journey wants in. I need to battle one of you fuckers. All right. Could line that shit up, man. All right. So if you're gonna go with age, you're gonna go what, 20 years on that? How about no, Scott?
This is such a baffler.
Zip it.
It's literally, it's like my brain is firing Pappy 20, Pappy 20, Pappy 20.
Well, you know I don't own Pappy 20. I've been saying I don't own anything Pappy.
Which is what's throwing me off, because you know what? You're probably lying to me. You don't own it. You had a sample of it. You sent it to me or some shit.
Yeah, I'm going to send you my only fucking sample of Pappy 20. Or did I?
Fuck it.
Or did I?
All right. So this is what I wrote down.
Okay.
I wrote down $100, 90 proof, 20 years.
$100. What'd you say? 90 proof?
Yep.
90 proof.
And I'm sure that is all completely wrong, especially because you said you were really disappointed in what you paid for it.
I did. I was.
So honestly, that's to me, if anybody out there has had Pappy 20 and you had that expectation where A, it was Pappy, so you had expectation there, but B, when you smelled it, when you got the nose, you're like, ooh, vanilla-y, this is going to be like vanilla cake. It's going to be so good. And then it just shit in your mouth. God, I really feel like I just blew this whole thing with E.
No, I don't think you did too bad with that one.
You didn't do too bad with that one. Yay.
Yay.
That's like somebody from the South telling me, bless my heart.
Oh, bless your heart. He tried. I'm actually trying to get the MSRP of that one, of letter E.
God, that is such a disappointment.
Because I paid over MSRP, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the right price here. Let's see.
You could always, when we get to it, people in the chat, I'm always baffled at how much shit.
Yeah. I'll let you know what I paid for it, because actually Richie Z, if he's in the chat, he sent me a sample of this, and he sent me a sample, and then I tried it at first, and then I liked it so much, I found a bottle and just picked it up. And then as I kept drinking it, I was pissed.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's so rich and delicious on the nose. Like, you get so excited for it, and oh, I noticed you sent me a hefty sample of that one.
Yeah. Yep. Have it all. Finish it out, baby. There you go.
It's all you, Cline.
Hey, we got Jeff Purnell with a $9.99 super chat. Says, great blonde guys. Congrats on 10K, Jason. Cheers. Thank you so much, Jeff. Always great to see you in the chat, man. Appreciate it. Did he send it twice?
Looks like it.
Oh, thanks, man.
Double dip.
He did a double dip.
Just do one. Dip the chip once and end it.
Hey, there's Rarebird 101. What is up, David Jennings? Thanks for coming in and watching. He's a brother from another mother when it comes to wild turkey. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Brothers gotta hug.
Brothers gotta hug.
You're gonna be watching Tommy Boy tomorrow. I know it,
dude. I'm totally watching Tommy Boy, dude. I'm gonna message you when I have it. All right, so let's start scoring, buddy. Here we go.
What are we gonna crack into him?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's go into the key. Oh shit.
Oh, you double layered this one.
Layers.
Dude, remember how we said A and B were so similar? My A and your B?
Yep. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, man. Okay. So, all right, well, why don't you start, man? Why don't you go down your list and see what you got. Well, actually, we have to compare because it depends on points.
Yeah, we got to do A. So we'll start with A. So I have my A is 1976 Jim Beam, 86 proof, 8 years old. So I said that it was.
You said it was 7 years.
7 years.
I said 86. I said 6 years, so 8. So you get the point for that one.
What's your A?
My A is the 1984 Austin Nichols Wild Turkey.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that is some good shit, man.
Yep.
So good. But yeah, 100 proof. I said 100 proof. You had 80 proof. And the one I sent you, what did I say? What's the proof for the one I sent you?
86.
Okay, so I got the point for the proof on that one. I mean, I don't know the prices though. I don't know what we do for prices.
Yeah, I mean, if we're saying a Dusty is about $40, that's what I said. That's what you said B was a Dusty, about $40.
Yeah.
So you said 60, so you would have been over.
All right, so I'll give you the point there. All right.
So it's 2-1 after the first?
2-1 after A. All right, let's go to B now. So you sent me a 74 Beam, which I fucking called out.
You did.
I called out that was a fucking Beam.
Yep.
I said 86 proof. That was 80. That was spot on.
Yeah, you nailed all three.
86.
Well, it's aged 100 months. What's 100? That's
100 months. It's a little over 8 years. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, nailed that, and $40.
All right. So I had.
So yours was what?
Oh, dude, we're so fucking close.
Yeah, man.
What is? I can't read what this is. It looks like it says FOW, FOW.
I'm sorry, my handwriting is like I literally have turkey scratch. It's 4-gate batch 1.
4-gate batch 1. Okay. So 4-gate batch 1, you have 123.4, and I had 120.
Yep.
So I lost that by 3.4.
You lost that by 3.4. You hit
11 years.
It's 11 years old.
So I lost that by 1 year.
Lost that by 1 year.
And then price, I said $200,
which you nailed.
It's $200.
I'll give you a point to that. We'll say that's a wash, but because that's exactly what it costs. You said 200, and that's exactly what it is.
So you got 2 there. So now you're up 1.
Well, I got 3 points there because I nailed the price too.
Yeah, but you said we washed the price.
Oh yeah, so I'm up 1. Got it. All right, so let's go to C. So C was high wet. Holy shit, son of Burai that was?
Yeah.
I knew that was a funky son of a bitch. Wow. That makes total sense because it smelled like a rye, but did not taste like one.
Yep.
That's,
Dude, when you were saying that, I'm like, fuck, he's going to put it together.
that's crazy. All right, so I said 90 proof, and it's 92, so I was pretty close there. You had, what was your C?
My C is, it looks like, oh, it's got to be Lux Row. I was going to say, it looks like Rex. Lux Row DB.
Yeah, that's the double barrel 12-year.
So it is finished.
No, it's not finished.
It's not.
It's two 12-year barrels blended together.
No shit.
Yep.
Wow.
So all right, so you said 12, you said 12-year, which is that's spot on. It's 12 years.
12 years, yep.
I said 5 years on mine. What's the age on mine? I don't know what those Burais are because it's blended.
I don't think it's, I think it's non-age stated.
Oh, well, that doesn't help us.
Which, let's see, let me read the back. What age did you say?
I said it was about 5 years old. I thought it was on the younger side. I was trying to go between 4 and 6. I couldn't decide, so I just said 5.
Does anybody out there know what Son of Burai is for an age?
So you said that's 2014, right?
2014.
Let me see if I can look it up here. 2014 Burai.
Wildlife and Whiskey says Google says 5 years. Why else isn't a Burai a blend of 4 and 12 years?
I know some of them are a higher blend, so I don't
Rebecca Page says a blend of 2 5 years.
2 5 years?
Yeah.
Shit, are you serious?
Yeah, that's what she said. I thought Dan said that it was a blend of an older and a younger.
Well, the newer ones are, but I don't know about this 2014 one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I'm on Distiller. They have a review of that one. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 5 year and 5 year. Shit.
All right.
Nailed it. All right, so that's a wash. We'll give each other a point for that.
Okay. So that's we each get a point for.
Well, now as far as proof, what was the proof one? You said 120 on the double.
Yep. 118.4.
And I said 90. Did I say 90?
You said 90, and it's
and it's 92. What did you say? 92?
Yeah.
Also, who got?
I actually got you by the 0.4.
You got me by the 0.4. You son of a bitch. All right, so let me. You get the 90 proof.
So we washed on the age. So now we're on to price.
I said 60 for that. Is that accurate for the Burai?
All I know is it was on the shelf and we paid 80 for it.
80?
Yeah, but I don't know. That was what it was on the shelf. That's what the sticker was on it. I don't know what MSRP would be as far as a 14 Son of Burai.
All right, and you said 130 for that double, and that bottle was 160.
So we push again?
I guess. That's a push.
So I won 1, we pushed 2, so we're dead even going into D.
We're dead even going into the D. Holy shit.
Wow.
This is nuts.
All right, so my D is Down Home Batch 2. I don't even know what that is.
That's this one right here. So this is so Down Home batch 2 is they did a batch 1, which was pretty good, but batch 2 is just really delicious stuff. This is actually Barton source juice.
Okay.
This is Barton. Really, really good stuff. Frankfort, Kentucky. It's bottled by a company called Whiskey Thief. Dustin D.H. Silv turned me on to it, and I'm glad he did because I like that high spice in the back end. It's good stuff. But
yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah. So let's see. All right, so my D I said was 12 years because of the really good age on it. So what shit, that was a Mayor Pingree?
Pingree Cask Club.
You had to. I knew you had to include a Pingree in there somewhere.
Yep.
So how old is that one?
That one's 13 years old.
13?
Yep.
Wow, I said 12. Pretty good.
Yep. So I said 12. I said 10.
So I got you by a year.
So you got me by a year. So you got that point. Proof. Right. I said 113.2. Oh no, that's what it is. I said 110.
110. It's 113.2.
So 3.2 off.
3.2. I said 120 proof on the Mayor Pingree. What is it? I just guessed 120. I just went high. So is it like a something point something?
127.8.
127.8?
Yep.
Wow.
So I got you on the proof.
Yeah, you got me on the proof there.
And then price, I said $110. And I have no idea what the price is of that.
You said 100. Yeah, that's 150.
So that's 40 off.
I said 150 for the Pingree. How much was that?
90.
That's $90 for that?
$90. Yep.
Wow. So I'm way off of that. So you get the point for that.
You were 60 off, so I got the point. So going into E, I'm up by 1 point.
Yeah, you're up 1. Oh, Alejandro L says Son of Burai is 40 MSRP. So Jason, you got that since you said 60, only 20 off. It's half the price of the normal Burai.
Okay.
Okay.
So we didn't push that one. You got that one?
I got that's C, right? So you said
E. Hold on to that. Let's go back and look at that when we're done.
Go back and look at that one. Okay. Let's go to the last one. How you feeling about that one?
I feel pretty damn good about that one. Wow.
Yeah.
No shit. I'm sure I'm off on the price, but the proof and the
So the proof.
Wow. So number 5 is Jefferson's Presidential Select. I swear to God, it was Pappy 20.
Yeah, you also said it was a weeder. It was funny. I was dying in my seat.
It's just got that stupid old wheat finish.
Yeah, you know? I would agree. It just has a really funky, like, aftertaste that was, I don't know. I just wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. D.H. Silv, he says he loves Presidential. He likes those oat bombs. I'm just not into it.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
So mine was a 1792. That's a Ridgemont Reserve.
Yep.
So that was the name of 1792 before they renamed it, right? That's what before it became small batch. It was a Ridgemont Reserve.
Yep, that's it right there.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's a great bottle.
It's got the hemp wrapped around the top.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's classic.
The cork is badass. I don't know why they ever got away from that.
Oh, that is badass.
They're so much. It's wood cork, better than that gold plastic shit they've got now.
Yeah, Richie Z. So yeah, you sent me your sample, and then I bought a bottle of it, and then so Cline got the last of the bottle I had, and I was like sharing that thing out. I think half my family drank that shit like when they were here for the holidays. So I'm like, yeah, drink all you want. I don't care. All right, so let's go to the stats on this one. So this is a big one here. So I said 93 proof. What's the proof on that?
It is.
Oh no, no. Okay, it's 93. I said 95. So
yeah, it's 93, and you said 95. So
okay, and you said 90 proof on the presidential select. It's 94.
So you won that one.
I got you on the proof on that one.
Yep.
Age. I said 8 years for the Ridgemont Reserve. How old is it?
8 years.
Fuck. You said 20 on yours?
Yeah, and it's 18.
18. You were pretty fucking close on that on the age though on that. I wasn't sure if you were gonna nail the age on it because it's so funky. But
yep.
Yeah, good job. And the price, I said $40.
It's $60.
All right, so it's $20 off. You said what, 100?
I said 100.
Yeah, it's not 100. That's like
MSRP on it though.
It's like I think it's over $200.
Is it really?
I think so.
Fucking trash for $200. It's not worth 100.
It's not. It's not.
Well,
so we'll leave the Burai alone. It is what it is because we're not going to really get. We're probably not going to get. We'll get mixed prices on that one.
So you won by 2?
I win by 2.
I knew E was going to fuck me.
E did fuck you.
But I was so much closer than I thought I was going to be.
Dude, I got to say, though, with the mix of shit that I sent you, you fucking did phenomenal, man. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what winners say to the loser. You did really good, buddy.
But honestly, you would have won if it wasn't for that E fucking you up. You could just next time you see a Jefferson's, just fucking give it a finger.
I don't like Jefferson's anyway. So
I don't like Jefferson's either. I never buy it. Never. Nope. There's just something about it, man. I just don't do it. But that was that was an epic battle. That was really close.
Wow.
Fucking A, man. That was incredible. Dude, you sent some epic shit. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I wanted you to try some really cool shit. I can't believe that we both sent almost the same Dusty, 2 years apart.
2 years apart. Yep.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you sent me this 84 Dusty Turkey, which is I love Dusty Turkey.
So good.
There's something about it. I love it. This one, I definitely I knew that was Beam. I knew that was Old Beam.
Yeah, you called it and you nailed it.
That was
a clean sweep of you. So that's what's funny too is on B, you clean swept me, but you nailed the proof. You were 86 proof. I said 120 and it was 123.4. And I said 10 years and it was 11.
I just because
I was 1 year out. You clean swept the Jim Beam. Like
I said, when it comes to Dusties, Beams and turkeys have been the most I've had. So I just when I tasted that, it just tasted like a Beam Dusty, and I knew it had to be 86 proof because that's what they normally are.
Yeah.
So I just went with 86. That's crazy, man. That fucking Pingree. Can I get some of that? Is that gone?
Oh, is that amazing or what?
God, that is so good. Now
this is a Cask Club only release. So we're members of the Mayor Pingree Cask Club, and we got that at the distillery. That's a damn good product right there.
God. Now that's sourced, I would assume, correct or no?
Yeah, this is all MGP.
MGP, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. That was that Mayor Pingree is probably some of the best juice I've had in a while. That's really good.
Brazier says that the loser always demands a rematch.
A recount? Do you want to go back to the cards?
No, rematch, not a recount.
Oh, rematch. Yeah, we could definitely do a rematch. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's about as good as I can perform, and I got beat. I didn't lose that. I got beat. Well done, sir.
Oh, congratulations on 10K rematch. I'll send you both samples to make it fair. Total blind. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I trust Bernie because he's gonna fucking send you samples and then he's gonna send you the key and leave me in the dark.
I personally would never do that to you, brother. So
I know. I'd rather have it fair than any because then it's more fun. But I thought C was actually gonna screw me because this one was that Burai was really messing with my head.
Dude, you did really well with that Burai, actually. I mean, really well.
Man, that was fun, man.
Yeah, we pushed all of C on something that you thought was going to throw you off. So,
yeah, I mean, if you look at all these all the categories and how we did, we were pretty much spot on most of this stuff. I mean, just incredible. This was an incredible battle, man. Definitely lived up to the billing.
Yeah, I felt I wanted to change so much on E, but I didn't know what to do with it. I honestly could not get. As soon as I hit that flavor, that was all that I got was how disappointed it rushed back on me like a waterfall of how disappointed I was with Pappy 20.
I told you, man. Yeah. Hey, look. How many of the 5 do you think ADHD would have said blueberries? Oh shit! So I won by 2 points. I won by a last second shot at the buzzer. I won on E. So thank you. If the Jefferson's presidential has anything to be thankful for, it's thank you for helping me get that victory.
Yeah, that was well played. I knew the second that it hit my lips that I was in trouble.
Yeah.
I just knew it because the smell was so far off, and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble.
He actually says, oh, fucking 3,000 times. All right, Cline. So that was fucking awesome. Thank you so much, man. You definitely. I think I underestimated your palate a little bit. You definitely did way better on some of those that I've sent and have tripped people up, and you fucking nailed them all. So thank you so much, man. That was epic.
Thanks, man. You impressed the shit out of me as well, man. I honestly thought that I may throw you off a little bit with some of the Dusties, but actually that's what sealed the deal for you. So hindsight.
Yeah, and I have to thank Dusty Dan in the chat for doing that for me because he sent me a lot of Dusties, which I've had, which probably helped me because if I haven't had those Dusties, I wouldn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You nailed the Pingree too, and that's a cask only release, so you had no chance of ever trying that one before. So
you know what though? I would not have said though that was MGP. It did actually have me leaning towards Buffalo Trace because of how sweet it is. So in my head, I was thinking, could that be a Buffalo Trace something? And when people were saying in the chat, Eagleware 17, it was like almost fucking with me a little bit because I'm like, could it be? Because
did he do that?
Did he put that in there? Like I was messing with it, so I just kind of did the quintessential 12-year and just left it at that. But if you told me that was a Buffalo Trace product, I would have believed you because it's that sweet.
Right. Yeah, that's arguably one of my favorite whiskeys that I have.
Here's a good question. So now the real question is, have you two had any of them before? So, so what do you think as far as what I sent you? What have you had and what have you haven't had?
The only thing that you sent me that I have had is the Jim Beam.
Yeah, the Jim Beam Dusty.
Yeah, because my Jim Beam is 1974 and yours was 1976.
Yeah.
So they're both, lead line decanters that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've had some old turkeys before. I don't think I've had an 83. I've had as early as a 70 something. Where's your thing here? There it is. Yeah, I've had some old turkey, a 74 Jim Beam. I don't know if I've had a beam that old. So that was new, but I've had some old 80s Jim Beams, and that definitely had that same flavor profile. Son of Burai, that 2014, and never had it. I've obviously never had this Mayor Pingree, and I've never had that 1792 Ridgemont Reserve either. So definitely some. I mean, the first two you could kind of play with the years there. I probably haven't had these specific years, and these three I've never had. So it was all around. It was a really good blind.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what. If I ever run across 4-gate batch 1, I'm buying that in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're only available right now in Kentucky and Tennessee. So if you know anyone that wants to hunt for you, let me know. I could see I could get you one. But they're actually releasing a new one that's going to be their next batch that they're releasing. Their newest one is sherry and cognac. So
you never said what is this? Oh, so this is the 4-gate. Is that finished? I said it had wine.
You did, yeah. It's finished. So it's an interesting finish. So what they do is they took sherry casks so a rum company bought sherry casks and finished their rum in those sherry casks. And then 4-gate bought those casks and finished their 11-year-old bourbon in those ex-sherry, ex-rum casks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So here's the bottle of the 4-gate. So you could get a look at it. That's what you're looking for if you could find it.
Okay. Oh.
DH Silv says I might be able to get another batch one, not 100%. Well, keep me posted and I'll let Cline know if you find one. And this was the Lux Row, which is a sick fucking bottle.
That is awesome.
The cork on is made of like solid copper. It could definitely kill a man.
Dude, that is badass. I knew that B, C, and D were hitters, but
yeah,
it was the sherry that I couldn't place, and I think it's probably because of the rum.
Yeah, the rum. They only finished it, I think, in there. Scott from My Bourbon Journey is in the chat. He would probably know. Scott, do you remember how long they kept it in the sherry rum casks? I don't believe it's that old. So,
see, it gives me a dry red wine finish.
Red wine. That's interesting.
Like a dry. No. Not more that is sitting there. It's like a cooking share, like a cooking wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott from My Bourbon Journey said 6 months, so they didn't leave it in there long. Dark Meat Chicken says you have to admit the lights shine a little brighter when Michael Cline comes to town. Yeah, 6 months is about right. Yeah. Let's you know what? Let's do one final pour, call it a night.
Yeah.
What are you grabbing?
I'm gonna finish my Elijah Craig grenade that I started out with tonight.
Oh shit, that's a good one. I'm gonna grab. You know what? I'm gonna open up this Iron Root Icor.
Oh yes.
Keegan Woodman says, "Yous two friggin' guys are amazing. Epic battle. I can't wait for a title rematch. Cheers." Thanks so much, Keenan. It was epic.
I'm gonna drink this Elijah Craig grenade in my kick-ass mash and drum glass.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you like that curved bourbon glass, right?
Yeah.
So this is batch 1 of the Iron Root Icor. It's their special 5-year anniversary release. We got to have it in Texas. I have not opened it yet. It was signed by the amazing Licorice Brothers. You can see there on the front.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I've been waiting to dive back into this for a while here. So let me clean out my glass. I want to make sure I have a fresh glass for this.
Jason, my friend, this was awesome, man.
Dude, thank you so much, man. I'm glad we were able to coordinate this so fast. Get the samples to each other. This was. I'm glad you liked the thumbnail.
The thumbnail was fantastic.
So here's the color, guys. So this is a 5-year Texas bourbon. Look at that. Look how dark it is. You know what? I should have thrown a Texas bourbon in there. I would have fucking thrown you off.
Yeah, although I have a few Texas bourbons, and They have a distinct char to them.
They do. They have. I call it a like a dusty, like an old bar scent and flavor to them.
Yep.
I call it the modern dusty because I feel like it has like a dust funk to it.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to import dust funk into it.
Exactly. Oh, that is just how I remember it. So when I first had this, I told the Licorice Brothers, I'm like, what kind of crazy ass juicy fruit barrel did you age this in? And you don't get as much on the nose, but when you taste it, it is just so much fruit, that Texas funk, the oak. So, all right, man, raise your glass here. Cheers. Thanks for the epic battle. This was awesome tonight. Thanks for all of you tuning in. Really appreciate the super chats. Thank you for the 10K support. Definitely tune in tomorrow night. We're going to be live with Aaron from Smoke Wagon. Definitely tune in. It's going to be a fun conversation with him. He's a really entertaining dude. Hope to see you there. And Michael Cline, thanks again. And like I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share and battle with. So,
Amen.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Mash and Drum. Take care.